and welcome to The Artist Behind the Music. I'm Crystal McGrath, and today we have Ben Selleck joining us all the way from the UK. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Crystal. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm brilliant. Just having a little family vacation, so I'm out in the wilderness.
Excellent. So is camping a big thing out in the UK?
It's become we've got a young family, me and my fiance, and traveling and holidays are so expensive. We thought we'd as they're really young, we'd try and get a caravan, so we go back and forth. I guess it's got a bit of a bad rap in like America, I guess. I don't know, tours and stuff like that, but in the UK it's kind of a tradition that you take your caravan to different places and travel around. I don't know if I might have that completely wrong.
Yeah. I love that. I think that's so fun. I think it's so cool. I'm not so much of a camper. I would say I'm a glamper. So
yeah, totally. We start off with really good intentions, like, oh, it'll be a really relaxing time, and then you realize actually it's just like being at home, just in a really small space with two really young kids, and yeah, you quickly remember how stressful the whole thing is. But
yeah, totally. It's not so much a relaxing thing. What's your favorite thing to cook when you're camping or caravanning, whatever we call it?
It cut out then. Did you say cook?
Yeah, what's your favorite meal to cook when you're camping?
Well, nice and easy. We've had like hot dogs today. Hot dogs in a hot dog bun.
Excellent.
Super easy. We've always got like a pack of marshmallows to toast as well. I know it's really like cliche, but that's what we love to do.
Totally. I love roasting marshmallows and roasting hot dogs over the fire. So much fun. Brings me back to being a kid. So let's talk about music. What got you started into the world of music?
Hey, so I was oh my gosh. My little ones are playing up as we speak.
Hey,
I
got
into
2021. Life is different now.
I know, it's tricky. But I got into music when I was 16, and I always loved like soul music of the 70s and the 60s, like Al Green and Marvin Gaye, and the Beatles. Obviously, I like rock music as well, and I started a rock covers band, and then we started writing our own stuff, and eventually it all came down in a blaze of flames, as they always do with your first band. And then I shied away from music for a long time, or at least writing originals, and kind of went out on the tribute circuit, make a good living on the tribute circuit, so it made sense to me at that time. And then COVID happened, and it kind of like completely reversed my wants and needs from like music, and I really wanted to get back to writing some stuff. So that's kind of like a little brief history of my musical journey.
Isn't that interesting how, we think we know what we want to do, and we start going down this path, and then all of a sudden a life experience happens which takes us back to where we started. I always find that really, really interesting how we can kind of take our life in all these different journeys, but we somehow always come back to what we need.
Absolutely. I think, as you things unfold in your life as well, it's sometimes not the right time to be taking on challenges and things like that. And for me, it definitely has come back around at the right time in my life.
No, that's so true. It's like, I feel like whenever we lose something, just remembering that timing is so essential, and if something's not right for that moment, then just accepting that today is not the day, and allowing what you need to come in at that time to come in, and be present and show up for it.
Exactly. I think that works for lots more than just you. Obviously it works for lots more than just your musical career as well. That's a really good way of looking at your life, really. I think it helps. If everyone had that philosophy, I think there'd be a lot more healthy, mentally health. There'd be a lot better mental health out there. That's what I'm trying to say.
For sure. It's challenging though. It's not easy to just, flip the switch and be like, oh, well, it's meant to be, like something awful
Totally.
meant to be, right?
It takes a sense of character, doesn't it? Or it takes having the right character to be able to do that. I think I'm pretty laid back, and I have that philosophy that you just spoke of, really. I count myself lucky and count myself blessed that I do, because I know so many that, you know, their mind is just running 90 miles an hour every single day. So
Yeah, and it's
yeah.
exhausting. And it takes practice, right? Showing up for yourself and practicing that mindfulness and that freedom and that free flowing kind of way. What would you say your biggest takeaway from the past year and a half has been? I mean, it's been a pretty wild ride for the entire world. So, is there anything that you took from this year that maybe you weren't awakened to prior?
Hmm, I don't know about I just think taking your family for granted. I mean, I probably number one, uh, you know, the person that usually does that. I think you should just be grateful for everything that you've got. And I think COVID in a strange way has made you see that. I think, hopefully that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah. So just to take things, you know, just to be thankful every day for what you've got. And also not to take things too seriously.
Bella's taking up CD.
Oh dear.
Don't take things serious. Yeah.
Don't take things seriously. As you can see, I'm on holiday on my own with the kids. So.
Let's chat a little bit about how do you stay calm in chaos? What are some tools that you like to use when, your world's going crazy and you got to move through it with ease?
Yeah, I'm really laid back, and I don't tend to panic at all usually. Life is fleeting, so you've just got to go with what's happening in that moment, really, I think. And I tend to always be looking a bit further ahead anyway. So if that makes sense, just to, things can go wrong, things, but it's not always the worst thing in the world. So you can just, that in a little while you're going to be through that moment, if that makes sense.
Totally makes sense. I like how you worded it. You're looking ahead, and I think sometimes, we're taught to be present, we're taught to, stay in the moment, but in moments of chaos, just knowing that you can look forward and know that it will
Yeah,
pass, I think is a really helpful tool that's maybe not talked about enough. I like that.
exactly. So I think, to give you a real life example, I've been doing some studying recently, so re-studying for maybe a career change or something like that. So leading up to this course I was going on, I was so nervous, like just all over the place, but kind of knew that after the initial half an hour maybe of being at this course, and you're going to be in there, you're going to be busy, your mind's going to be on other things. So just focusing on that little bit further ahead kind of got me through the initial angst, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's a really great tool to use. I love it. I love it. Songwriting. Let's chat a bit about that. What is your favorite way to write? And do you have a specific method that you typically go to? Do you like to write with others, on your own? What's your story?
Okay. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm not usually that prolific, really. It takes me a good while for a song to come to me. I think I usually start with melodies and just kind of like that sense of words dropping out of the sky and you just catching them because you're singing some sort of ad lib, and then that sounds like a word to you. I don't know if that makes any sense to you
Totally makes sense.
as a
Yeah.
songwriter.
Words falling
Yeah,
out of the sky. I like that.
yeah. So that's what it feels like. Just and then you'll be ad libbing something and you think that sounds like a word, and then maybe it coins up a phrase or something, and then that one phrase can lead you into a story, I guess.
Yeah.
So it usually for me it comes from the music, and I know there's loads of other people that write from lyric first, and that probably helps to create a more of a country song, really, because country songs are all about stories and things like that, but it just doesn't really work that well for me.
And that's okay. I think that's what makes us all unique writers and artists is we all have our different ways of doing things. That's why I love hearing how everybody does something a little bit different. Let's chat a little bit
Yeah,
about your new single that you have out now, Soul Food. What was
cool.
the
Yeah.
inspiration behind that and how did it come to life?
So I I'd released my first my debut single in July, and I knew I was heading on this like UK country genre type thing, and I wanted to really tap into that southern America type feel, and soul food was like a word that really intrigued me, because it kind of, for the Americans, it means like chicken and barbecues and, you know, family, and for the English, barbecues are pretty much a very different thing. Usually it's like just a sausage and a sausage roll or something like that, but
Yeah.
that that word, I use that word to kind of represent family, because if everyone's coming round for like a barbecue, and during lockdown we weren't allowed to see each other, and I was inviting the family round for a barbecue that day, and thought, oh, this is just a brilliant feeling. I hadn't seen them in so long. I wanted to try and remember that feeling and put it into a song. So essentially it's about a barbecue and having the family around for, you know, some food for the first time in a long time. But yeah, the lyrics go, everybody needs a little soul food in their life, and for me, I'm not really singing about the food at all. I'm singing about family and friends and, you know, loved ones.
Because that's the soul food, right? Like that's the stuff our soul needs. Our soul is not the actual food, it's the things that feed our soul, right?
Exactly, that's what I hope people get from it, and not just think I'm like just on a diet and really craving some chicken.
Some chicken and lasagna. I was watching
Yeah.
some of your promos and I'm like, oh, this is making me hungry.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, videos are not my thing, and promo is a bit beyond me, but I just try and dabble with it, and you've got to try and get your music out there, haven't you, and coax people into click.
Exactly. Hey, well, it's working. It's working. It's intriguing,
Cool.
the name soul food. So I love it. And I think it's really a feeling that we can all relate to this, especially in this time of our lives, is just lacking that connection and longing for that soul food from our family and friends. So I love it. It's a
Totally.
great tune. So let's hear you
Thanks.
play a song for us if you're ready.
Okay, I've got it. We'll do soul food then. This is
Excellent.
this is my latest single. It's called Soul Food. A solid end to the week. There's gold up there in the sky. Kids are out loving the heat. The family over at 5, working so hard to see that all that really matters is tea. Recharging your batteries and watch the haze disappear. It's filling you up, making you smile. Takes away the weight of the world for a while. It's good for the soul, the recipe's right. We're getting a taste of something so fine. Everybody needs a little soul food in their life. And everybody needs a little soul food in their life. I got the brisket all ready to smoke. The Spanish measures of whiskey to coke. I've got the ice for the buckets of beer. The home fire's right around here. It's filling you up, making you smile. Takes away the weight of the world for a while. It's good for the soul, the recipe's right. We're getting the taste of something so fine. And everybody needs a little soul food in their life. Everybody needs a little soul food in their life. And it's so divine. We're mixing in the sunshine. It's filling you up, making you smile. takes away the weight of the world for a while. It's good for the soul, the recipe's right. We're getting a taste of something so fine. And everybody needs a little soul food in their life. And everybody needs a little soul food in their life. 'Cause everybody needs a little bit of soul food. And everybody needs a little soul food in their life.
I love that.
Cheers.
Everybody needs a little soul food. It's gonna be stuck in my
Yeah.
head all day.
Cool, that's the idea. That's the
I love
idea.
it. It's so great. Well, it's a great tune. I'm glad it's out in the world for everybody to hear because we could all use a little soul food. So
That's
great. Well,
precisely right.
it's
I
been so
can't
great
wait.
having you on.
Yeah.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say I'm going to use that as a slogan for like the reviews and stuff like that. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Please do. Take it and run. Quote me all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, it's been great having you on the show. Thank you so much for taking a break from your vacation to chat with me. That's been wonderful. I always like to wrap these up with the question, if you had one message to share with the world, what would it be?
Take your time and just you know, don't be so hard on yourself. That's one thing. There was that Jess Glynne song, I think, and it's a bit cheesy, but you know, take it easy on yourself.
Simple as that. It's easy, right?
Yeah.
Take it
Yeah.
easy.
Well, for some people, I'd not to be so flippant, but yeah, if
Yeah.
chill out and just enjoy life.
That's right. I love it. It's a good reminder. We can all use that every day. Well,
Cool.
thank you so much, Ben, for being on the show. I look forward to hearing new music from you in the future and groove into your soul food.
And you. Loving your workers too.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, enjoy the rest of your vacay and we'll chat with you again soon.
Thank you. See ya.